This spot on my map also marks 20 kilometers that I have paddled since I left my campsite this morning. So my arms are getting a little tired, my butt is starting to hurt a bit, and I've been curious about this campsite since I came in. I was looking at it on my way in, but I knew it was too far to get to, so I thought it's not super far out of the way. Might as well take a look. Oh, sadly, that was a bust. There's no campsite. You can see where maybe there was one, but a bunch of trees fell down and it's just all overgrown. Plus 2 speedboats just came through here while I was paddling, so didn't really matter. I'm going to keep going towards the other end, like the original plan. Well, it's 10:15 and I'm just heading into the Watoba Narrows. Sorry, I probably messed that up really bad. So the big water of will be soon East Lady Evelyn Lake. I have paddled over 20 kilometers now in less than 4 hours, which is awesome. And I guess I'm going to make my way to the other end, the northeast end of East Lady Evelyn Lake, to look for a campsite. I did try to stop sooner. My arms are getting really tired, my butt is sore. It's aggravating my hip, but such is life. Well, it's 10:55 and I just passed the wee little island that I stayed on Wednesday night, the one that saved my butt. That marks 25 kilometers that I've paddled this morning. So that's pretty good. Just a really light wind here. There's a little bit of waves, but the wind is kind of behind me. It's not like I have a tailwind or anything, like nothing major, but it's definitely better than paddling against it. I'm going to keep plugging away here and hopefully I get to a campsite soon. My arms are getting pretty tired. Well, I'm once again veering off course. I'm starting to get to that area where the campsites are, and there's a little island, and at first I was looking at the other island that was closer in, but it looked like there were canoes or speedboats or something there. There's a bunch of something there. I can see something. But then I looked over and said, oh, there's a little island over here. And I don't think there are any cottages on the left shore of the lake, or the north shore of the lake, in this area. So it's kind of out here by itself, and it's not super far from, where I have to paddle tomorrow still. So I'm going to go take a look, and if there's nobody on it and it's decent and it actually exists, I might take it. It's just going on 11:30 and just coming up to this island where I believe there's supposed to be a campsite. There is one on the map, and I don't see anybody. It's kind of in a nice spot away from all the cottages and the other side of the lake and the speedboats. But I'm not sure if there's a site here or what the situation is. Looks like maybe I'm seeing a fire pit, but I don't know. So I'm going to get a little closer and take a look, and this might be my home for today. I'm just going to walk around and take a look, and if not, I'm going to paddle over to the original spot that I was heading. It's only about maybe 1.5 kilometers, 2 kilometers away from here. Maybe 3 at the most. Okay. Fire pit. Oh, nice little chair. I don't know if that's for the tent, but that's the view. I know I will get sunset. And I saw on the other side there was like a big rock where you could sit too. It's just I also want to go swimming, and there isn't really a good spot to go swimming. The water's really shallow here, and it's very bouldery. So There was a trail. Here's the trail. I gotta watch. I can't film too much or my phone's gonna get full. There's a tent spot here. And this. And there's no speedboats and no cottages over here. So this I like very, very much. I just don't know where I would go swimming. Probably over where I put the boat somewhere. I think I'll stay here. I just don't want to go anymore. I'm so sore. And I will get a beautiful sunset here. And I'm only about 2 or 3 kilometers to the access to get into Lady Evelyn River, and 8 kilometers from there to the access to Mowat. And I got loons. There's nothing over here, so it almost feels like I'm in the middle of nowhere, and that's really what I'm aiming for more than anything, more than swimming, more than anything. So yeah, I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna put the tent here, and I'm gonna spend the day here enjoying this beautiful view. And that's that. Oh yeah, I'm limping. I just came back over to where the canoe is, and I can totally swim here. I can get in the water right here and walk out. I mean, it's all rocks and stuff, but so what? It's no big deal. At least I have a place to go. Except for that bright red roof cottage, which actually guided me through on Wednesday. You can't even see any cottages from here, except for way over there in the corner. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. This is great. I'm sitting here at my little campsite. Had a little ant issue, but it seems to be okay now. Got the tent set up back there, and I made the mistake of checking to see if I had an internet connection. When I camped on that little island on Wednesday night, I had a really weak signal, and I thought, oh, I'll just see. And of course I got 2 bars, and I was like, oh wow, 2 bars. So of course I sent my mom a message. My dad's actually in the hospital right now. So I got a message from his girlfriend. She told me some updates, so that was good. And then I messaged my mom, and then I messaged my dad's girlfriend, and then, you know, some friends, yada, yada, yada. Then all of a sudden you look at Facebook, there's like 23 notifications, blah, blah, blah. I had posts going up every day, stories, everything while I was gone. So people were just communicating with me. I think like everything was normal, but it wasn't. And so now it's really good. It's actually good because later tonight, like when I'm bored and I have nothing to do, I can sit here and kind of go through if it lets me in. It's kicked me out now. It'll go like I can get everything, and then there's no service. If you're coming out to Lady Evelyn East Lake, yeah, you can get a little weak signal in certain places. It's only if I sit on top of this hill. It's not as soon as I go over by the tent or anywhere else, it's gone. So anyways, yeah, that was nice, but it kind of swallowed up a bunch of time, so I turned it off. I'm going to sit here and make my lunch. I'm having another tuna wrap like I had yesterday. Nothing fancy, nothing special. I'm just going to sit here and eat. I'm really hungry. I really didn't want to have a tuna wrap. And then I remembered that I had this peanut butter Nutella wrap left over. I didn't want to eat it because it was really hard, but I said, well, I'll check and see how it is, and it's actually not that bad, so I'm eating this now instead. Has anyone ever seen one of these? It looks like a whole bunch of blueberries in a flower. It's pretty cool. I know they're not blueberries, but just wondering what they are. If anyone knows, let me know. The clouds keep getting bigger and bigger, and I'm hoping that they go away because I really want to go for a swim. I only went once. I'm sitting here waiting for the sun to come back out so I can go swimming. It's hollow, like way out there. I'm gonna have to walk a mile before I get there. water I've been in a while. I do not want to go in. Woo. All right. Slippery, nice. Okay. Oh, I was sitting here thinking, what could I have? Some dessert sounds good. How about some dark chocolate cheesecake? I just mixed up the other half of the package. Apparently I didn't split it very evenly. There's like twice as much as there was yesterday. So I'm just waiting for it to do its thing, and then I'm gonna put the chocolate crumbs on and eat it as an afternoon snack. Yep. Well, I was sitting out on that beautiful rock right there, admiring my gorgeous view, and I was getting bitten to death by these little flies. They just look like house flies, and they were all over my legs, and it's really nice out, and I wanted to sit in my shorts. I barely worn them all trip, and these little flies are just driving me insane. I haven't even eaten my chocolate mousse yet. So I was like, you know what? You brought a bug shelter, you've carried it all around, you've used it once. I used the tarp, so I used the tarp once, I used the bug shelter once, which is fine. I mean, I kept all the bugs away for everyone. You're welcome. I think I have one bite I just got today, maybe two. Well, now I have a bunch of fly bites on my legs. So I thought, you know what? You have it here. Just set it up. So there was a nice spot right beside my tent, and I can still see the beautiful view of the water, although it's a little bit obstructed, but that's okay. Now I can sit here and read my book and eat my chocolate mousse and not have to worry about the flies biting my legs. So I'm very happy. Now it's 3 o'clock and I'm enjoying my dessert for a snack. I guess you could call it an appetizer now. Sitting here enjoying my view in my lovely fly-free shelter. Well, it's 3:45 and just came out of the shelter to see what's been going on out here. I have been busy deleting pictures off my phone, so I will have enough space to put the remaining videos from the trip on it tomorrow and today. It's looking a little dark here. Not the best, that's for sure. Sun hasn't been out in a while. Just gonna go to the other side of the campsite. Here's where I put the bug shelter. And yes, I can get around it, so I don't have to go through it, which is perfect. Oh, here's the other side. Canoe's down there all tied up already. I did that as soon as I got here. I was like, I'm definitely not going anywhere else today. I paddled something like 27 kilometers today. That's enough. Oh yeah. Yucky. Going back in my bug shelter. Going back to my book. I'm just sitting here hanging out in the bug shelter. I did get enough signal at one point earlier. I have no service now. To screenshot the forecast for tomorrow. I did the hourly from like now until noon tomorrow. So it looks like it's going to rain tomorrow, starting around 8 in the morning. So I only have about 11 kilometers to paddle, I think. I think it's like 2 or 3 from here to the start of the Lady Evelyn River, and then there's another 8 between there and the landing plus the 300-meter portage. So I'm thinking I might just get up at 5 again. I mean, I wake up at that time anyways. If I get out of here at 6-ish, you know, I can probably make it back to the landing either almost or just before the rain starts to get really bad. So it's supposed to start light and then get heavier throughout the day. So we'll see what happens as per usual, but I'm glad I at least got to see that. So I have an idea of what's going on. It's not supposed to rain tonight, but it looks like it's going to rain, and I'm kind of glad I got the shelter up now. Those little flies were just first time all trip. I sat in shorts a couple times this weekend or whatever trip, but They were just nip, 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 nip. There was about 5 of them around my legs, and I said, you know what? Enough. I'm done. I brought this thing. I might as well set it up. So it's nice sitting in here, and I feel like I'm protected. And now if it rains too, I have a place to make my dinner, and I can still sit here and read and not have to go, you know, get all squished up in my tent. So super duper. Well, for today's dinner, I'm going to be having some grilled lobster tails, maybe with a little bit of shrimp scampi. I'm thinking about a nice, well-buttered baked potato and some asparagus with a little bit of garlic on them. Oh, and a salad. Big, plump, ripe summer tomatoes and cucumbers with a nice light balsamic dressing. Doesn't that sound good? So dinner today is actually not that, unfortunately. I am having Alpine Air 3-cheese chicken pasta. This is one of my favorite freeze-dried meals from Alpine Air. I really like it. I just split it in half because I find them too big full. And I have made myself a little appetizer of cheese and crackers, 2 Laughing Cow and 2 with 2-year-old cheddar. Well, 1 and a bit, 1 broke. But I'm actually surprised they lasted this long without breaking. So I'm just gonna boil some water up, put it in the bag, seal it up, wait, whatever it is, 10 to 12 minutes. And then I'll give you a look if you haven't seen it in one of my other videos. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my beautiful view. The sun is back out and it looks like it's gonna be a lovely evening. All right, here's a look at the 3-cheese chicken pasta. Pretty tasty, pretty hearty. And it's just very basic. It does have a ton of zucchini in it, but it always floats to the top when I put the water in and I pick them all out. I'm gonna go eat. Well, it's 6 o'clock and I've done all the things. I brushed my teeth, I brushed my hair, I put some deodorant on. I didn't wash my hair, but I rinsed it in the lake and I'm feeling all fresh and wonderful. So I guess I'm ready to enter the world again of civilization. Not that I'm like in a city or anything like that, but I guess it's time to go back to work soon again. I'm really, really happy about this campsite. I was kind of disappointed Wednesday night when I ended up staying on that island site. I mean, I was happy I got it because it was like 8:41 when I found it and it was like there's no other sites around. And I saw the sites after the next day of the ones that I wanted to get to, and they were beside like a resort with a generator running. So I'm so glad that I got that site. But at the same time, like, I didn't want to have that tonight. I really wanted a nice site today. I'm so glad I found this site. It is a little bit remote, but it's perfect. It's great that there's like this second part over here. It's nice and sheltered. So it's really great, except that the biting flies get you because there's no wind, but that's why I have a bug shelter. This campsite reminds me a little bit of the one that I was on Florence Lake last year. It's got a lot of cool trees and just the giant rock, you know, facing this big, huge lake. And this is actually just the small part of the corner of the lake, but it still looks like a big, huge lake to me. Well, if you saw my last Temagami series, you know I had a problem with my charger. My chargers, so I got this one. It's the same, it's 25,000 mAh, but it also has a solar panel on the front. It's been charging this whole trip and it still has 3 bars, and I bought another one, the exact same kind, and I used the entire one, but I had it out in the sun all day today and it has 1 bar now too. So I did bring an extra one as well. I brought 3 this time because I wasn't gonna have any issues, but now I have no room on my phone. Well, I'm just sitting out here. The wind picked up a little bit, so the little biting flies are gone, plus I put some pants on. I took the bug shelter down, and I've got all my stuff pretty much by my tent. I just have to put the bear vault away, and just sitting here watching the sun go down and listening to the loons. I just had one calling, but as soon as I hit record, they stop. It's like they know. Well, it is 8:26 and the sun is going down quite nicely here on East Lady Evelyn Lake. It's beautiful out still, and I'm just sitting here enjoying this gorgeous view, thinking about the awesome, amazing trip that I've had. Well, I'm in my bed. It's 9:30. It's really late for me. I was in my tent like at 7 o'clock 2 nights ago. Well, it's 10 after 5 and you can probably hear the rain on the tent. I just went out and used the privy and got back in the tent, and it was really windy through the trees, and I thought I have to wait, and then it started pouring, so I'm gonna go back to sleep. Well, it's 20 after 6 and it stopped raining about 10 minutes ago. What happened is it was super windy this morning when I got up at 5. I went to the privy, I came back and it started pouring. But as it rained, the wind died down. So now there is no rain or wind. So I have gotten everything packed up. I'm just, all I have to do is my tent, and I'm gonna head out. I didn't make oatmeal this morning. It's just one package, and I've got about maybe 2.5 to 3 hours to get out to the car, and I have food in the car. So I think I'm just gonna make a break for it. According to the weather forecast that I had screenshot, it was supposed to rain for a bit and then have a lull, and I think this is my lull. So I don't mind paddling in the rain whatsoever. I have my rain pants and my raincoat on, but the wind is what I'm worried about. So if it's rain or wind, I will take the rain any day. Well, it is 6:45 on Tuesday, August 3rd, and I am ready to go. 7 days ago, I set out to come to this area, starting at Mowat Landing, paddling almost 40 kilometers into Frank's Falls to conquer both the north and south channel of the Lady Evelyn River crazy waterfall portage route, and I have successfully completed that, and I'm really happy. Last year I did only the south channel, and once I went through, I decided that I wanted to do the north channel as well. So I planned it for this year, and I'm so happy that I was able to do the trip and complete it. And I saw some amazing sights. I met some wonderful people this trip, and I conquered some crazy challenging portages. So I'm really proud of myself. I'm really happy with the way the trip went. Everything went as planned, and now I just have about 11 kilometers or so to paddle out, plus a 300-meter portage to get back to the access and where my car is. And it's going to be a nice morning, rain or no rain, because I'm beaming, because I'm thinking back to all of the amazing things that I've seen and done in this last week. All right, it is 6:50 and I am on my way. Here's a view of the back of my campsite, where I was sitting, and my tent was just up there. I am heading off this way. Well, it's not quite mirror like yesterday, but it's pretty close. And for this lake, it's 100%. Just making my way towards the entrance to take the channel back up to Mowat, and I'm about maybe less than a kilometer away from it. Making decent time, and so far it hasn't rained on me. That's always nice. It's super calm and peaceful out right now. I'm just passing by where one of the campsites I was looking to head to on this island right here, and right beside it there's a cottage, so I'm so glad I stayed where I did and I didn't attempt to go further. There are a few more sites in here, and I think that's the last cottage until the river. But well, it's 7:20. I've been paddling for half an hour and just made it into the entrance of the river. So that was about 3 kilometers. I have about 8 left to go, plus the 300-meter portage, and I'm just gonna paddle and paddle and paddle until I get there. I'm probably gonna cause a monsoon or a downpour because I took off my raincoat and my hat, but I was so warm. I start sweating inside my raincoat, and then it gets all stuck to my arms and stuff. I had a long sleeve on, but I was just too warm, so I took it off before I even left camp. So there's people camping all on these islands down here where I was headed yesterday. I'm not sure if they got here before or after I would have, but once again, I guess I stayed on the right site, so pretty happy. Still really, really good conditions out here, and just making my way up the channel. Well, I just paddled 5K. It's doing really great. Beating the weather, beating the wind, and I thought about the portage, and I looked in the front of the boat, and my yoke is not here. When I flipped the canoe over last night, it must have went out into the bushes or whatever there, and I totally forgot to put it back in the boat this morning. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I have to paddle now 5 kilometers back and then 5 kilometers back again. And the weather is getting dark and gross, and it's starting to rain. It's gonna be a long morning. Oh my God, I'm so mad at myself. Oh, well, it's 8:31, and I'm just arriving back at the campsite. With the amount of kilometers I just paddled, I should be about 2 kilometers from the access right now. And instead I am another 11. So I've just added between 8 to 10 kilometers to my day and 2 extra hours of paddling. And it's been pouring rain the whole way back. So that's always a treat. Just going around to the side where the canoe was, where the yoke probably is sitting waiting for me, and I'm so mad at myself. I've only forgotten my yoke once. I've had it happen once before. I was on a trip with Sean and Sue and the Halliburton Water Trails, and we had paddled a pretty good distance, and I had to huff it back by myself and go get the yoke and then come back again, so it kind of sucked. I got back and I'm looking and I'm like, where is it? All of a sudden, halfway back, I thought, what if I left it at the other campsite? There it is. Buried in the bushes. Oh my gosh. It cost me 2 hours. I cost me 2 hours. All right, let's try this again. It is 8:36 on Tuesday morning. And I am just leaving my campsite to head to the access. I have about 11 kilometers of paddling and a 300-meter portage. And it should take me about 2.5 hours if the weather is good. Got a beautiful little eagle soaring right past me here. Guess it's my little reward for my long paddle today. Going towards my island. That's where I just left. That's where I'm heading again. Oh man, so mad. Well, the rain has stopped for now. I'm not sure if it's gonna come back, but I mean, I've still got 2 hours or so to get to the access, so I might get hit with it again. My raincoat's already dry. That's how fast it dries when the wind hits it, so that's nice. Just making my way along again. Just do it all over again, and we'll just know this area really well. Well, it's 9 o'clock and just about a 10-minute paddle or so to the entrance to the channel again. That goes up to the access, and really nice conditions out here. It was so funny, I was like about this distance to the island on my way back to get the yoke, and it was just pouring, pelting, almost hailing on me. It was like Mother Nature's like, no, you're getting punished for this. Well, it's 9:50 and I just stopped to chat with some more people. Tamara and Sean were at the big campsite on the right side just after you start going up the channel, and they had saw me coming back, so I had said that I forgot something, and they were really nice. They asked if I wanted a hot chocolate or anything, and I said I was good, but we had a little chat, and now I'm gonna keep making my way to the access. It's 5 to 10 and I just passed where I turned around right now. Like, I just passed that spot where I turned around to go back and get the yoke. That's how far I was. It's so crazy. Figure I'd probably get about 6K left or something like that. Maybe 7, maybe 6, I'm not sure. I'm just making my way. I'm very lethargic at this point, and there's no wind. There's barely anything. There's a small current that is actually in my favor, so I'm just kind of taking my time. I'm out of juice. I didn't have any oatmeal this morning. I guess it was a bad day to skip breakfast. All right, if you're following along on the map, I've just passed the part of the channel where it branches out into both directions. There's like a little bay on either side, and I believe that means I have just under 5 kilometers left between myself and the access. And that is including a 300-meter portage, so probably about an hour away or so. Well, for the second time today, I have removed my raincoat. Hopefully I wasn't the cause of all those downpours, because I took my raincoat off and it doesn't happen again. I'm about a kilometer-ish to the portage, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm looking forward to getting back to the access and finishing off this trip. I should have been done hours ago, and I'm still kicking myself about that yoke. I mean, there's nothing you can do, but it's just such a stupid mistake. Always check to make sure everything. I even went back to the campsite where like the tent was and everything, and made sure I didn't I always make sure I don't leave anything, any stakes, tent stakes, rope, anything laying around. And I just can't believe I did that still, but oh well, such is life. All right, it is 10:45 and I am back at the portage. I just deleted 3 videos, and that's all I can do before I get to the car. It was a great trip. I really loved it. It was super hard. Center Falls was pretty hard, and it was beautiful. I had some amazing campsites. I got to see so many awesome people on this trip. Everybody, Chris and Andrea, Skinner Social, the Niagara Falls crew from Helen Falls, the kids from the camp. Shout out to all you guys, everybody that I saw, that I met. Was great. Oh, Ben and Jillian from the Access too. I don't want to forget anybody. And Hap and Andrea, of course, and Gary and Deb, who were their guests. Awesome trip. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and lots more to come. Thanks. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.